An unexpected companion in 1878. The gift of time. On the cold, foggy Christmas Eve of 1878, in a small village in Victorian England, Charles, a melancholy old man, found himself alone in his old stone house. The flickering light of the oil lamp barely illuminated the room full of memories. Outside, the snow crunched under the boots of pedestrians coming and going, wrapped in thick coats and scarves. Charles reclined in his armchair by the fireplace, watching the flames dance silently. Suddenly, the sound of an antique clock filled the room, announcing midnight. But, to Charles's surprise, the watch was not his. Cautiously, he turned towards the door and found himself in the presence of a stranger dressed in clothes that seemed to move through time. The time traveler, an enigmatic-looking man, introduced himself as Alexander. With a friendly gesture, he spoke of a special gift for Charles, the opportunity to travel through time and explore significant moments in his life. Although skeptical at first, Charles accepted the invitation, and in the blink of an eye, they found themselves in his kindergarten. The winter breeze caressed their faces as they walked through cobblestone streets and houses illuminated by gas lanterns. Charles relived moments of joy and sadness, the laughter of childhood friends, and the taste of homemade cakes. In every corner, the aroma of burning wood and floral perfumes evoked buried memories. Alexander took Charles to places he had never imagined, even to the future, where they saw cities lit by electricity and steam engines roaring in the distance. The conversations between the two touched on deep topics and reflections on the value of life and relationships in a rapidly changing world. The night progressed, and Charles understood that, beyond the magic of time travel, the most precious gift he had received was the connection with someone who understood his loneliness. Alexander, in his own mysterious way, shared the burden of time and the brevity of existence. Upon returning to Charles's house, the time traveler disappeared into the darkness, leaving the old man with a renewed sense of purpose and companionship. Silence returned to Charles's room as the door closed upon Alexander's mysterious departure. However, the echo of his words resonated in the old man's mind, reminding him of the lessons that time travel had taught him. He sank into contemplation as the flames of the fireplace danced in the gloom, cradling thoughts of the connections lost and the opportunities life still offered him. Alexander's presence had left a tangible mark on Charles's household, as if the magic of Christmas Eve had woven reality and fantasy into an inseparable thread. The old man walked through the rooms, noticing details that had previously gone unnoticed. Every photograph on the wall and every time-worn piece of furniture told his own story, and now Charles was ready to write new chapters. As the dawn light began to filter through the half-open curtains, Charles looked out the window, marveling at the tranquility of the village under the snowy blanket. Life continued its course, but something had changed in his perspective. The loneliness no longer weighed so heavily, because on that special night he had found a temporary companion who had given him the gift of understanding and acceptance. The following days passed with renewed serenity. Charles shared his experiences with the locals, and although many considered his stories to be the fruit of an aging imagination, some saw glimmers of truth in his bright eyes. The story of the unusual Christmas Eve became part of local folklore, and Charles became a kind of sage who understood the mysteries hidden in the cracks of time. As the winter passed, Charles continued to explore his surroundings with fresh eyes, appreciating every detail with renewed gratitude. The oil lamp still illuminated the nights, but now he did so with a warmer, more welcoming glow. The laughter of children playing in the street and the hum of conversation in the nearby tavern became the melody of a vibrant new chapter in Charles's life. Thus, the story of Alexander and Charles became a tale that transcended the barriers of time, inspiring those who, like the old man, longed to find meaning and connection in life's special nights. The magic of Christmas Eve 1878 left a legacy of hope and understanding, reminding everyone that, even in Victorian England, time could bend and unfold its mysteries in surprising and enriching ways. Sitting back in his armchair, Charles smiled as the antique clock struck the last chimes of Christmas Eve. The oil lamp flickered softly, but now, in the stillness of the night, the old man did not feel alone. The gift of time had brought with it the promise of new connections and a deeper understanding of life in Victorian England. The magic of that Christmas Eve would resonate in Charles's heart long after the clock marked the start of a new day.